Introduction to the Module and Learning Objectives. Hello, and welcome to the module on competition and sustainable differentiation. As a startup entrepreneur, you might find yourself spending some sleepless nights worrying about competition. At least we hope you are. It's a natural, healthy part of running a venture-backed business. Competition is one of the things that most often gets in the way and ruins an entrepreneur's and their investors' plans, expectations, and level of success. Smart, experienced entrepreneurs are constantly thinking about all the factors that could prevent their customers from buying, using, and loving their product. Competition can come not only from other rising startups and even existing companies. One of the most surprising and under-recognized competitors comes from your customers' current systems and habits, or their apathy about buying your product. If your potential customer does something else rather than buy your product, that's competition. When your customer says, "I've got another solution," or "what I have now is adequate," that's competing with the purchase of your product. If they say, "Well, there's already a feature in my operating system that kind of does what your product does. Maybe not as good, but it works. It doesn't cost me anything," that's competition. And of course, when a potential customer says, "There's another product and I'm looking at the costs and it's less. Even though it does less features, I'm going to buy it." Or they may say, "There's another product out there and it has more features, one of them that's important to me, and I want to buy that one." That's all competition. Competition can come in many forms. Today we're going to look carefully at how to think about, map, and address all the forms of competition. The result is what we call sustainable differentiation. The question we are addressing together is, how do I establish a market-leading position and keep myself sustainably differentiated over time? If you think that you already have a great idea for a great product that delivers value to your customers, and all you have to do is spend a lot of time and money and effort building a lovable product, think again. The startup graveyard is full of idealistic startup entrepreneurs who thought this. How would you feel if you raised money from the market, borrowed from friends and family, put your house on the line, and went full out to build your product, only to find out later that someone else had the same product at half the price and was already selling it at the local convenience store, or was easier to use than your product, or had some really cool feature you couldn't produce? Wake up and smell a competitive world. This is what happens on a regular basis with entrepreneurial startups around the world. It's a sad truth. When you think you've got a great idea, there are strong chances that someone else has already thought of it and is already working on it. Don't be discouraged. Just be informed and smart about it. The fact is, for the most part, ideas tend to come based on information that everyone has access to. Some ideas are sort of a natural outcome of the times, or new issues that emerge, or a market, or new technologies that are emerging. You could be the first mover in a market to develop a unique product which does well and makes a lot of money. Just when you think you're in for smooth sailing, you could encounter entrepreneurs that know how to copy a working solution and sell it at a lower cost in the same market. That can definitely ruin your day. So it's important to know how you can defend your uniqueness and sustain your differentiation. Today we'll look at the fundamentals of competition, its pros and cons, and help you think through how to identify your competitors and how to create and defend a differentiated solution over time. Armed with this foundation, you'll be able to map your competition landscape, do a SWOT analysis of your startup, we'll explain that in a minute, map your competitors' effectiveness in solving customers' needs and problems, and create your own unique value proposition and build your own sustainable differentiation, a moat around what you do.